Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. You're watching the Revkid. As a die-hard car enthusiast, there's a bittersweet tinge to witnessing the current surge towards EVs. The unmistakable charisma of roaring engines and the tactile connection with every gear shift seem destined to become artifacts of a golden automotive past. While the relentless march towards progress is undeniable and the promise of cleaner roads is exciting, I can't help but mourn the impending silence of what I've always considered the soul of true driving. The road ahead may be electric and sustainable, but I'll forever treasure the echoes of a time when the symphony of combustion engines composed the very heartbeats of our beloved cars. So, this is the first time I'm driving an EV. Let's see what it has to offer. So, today I'm driving the Tata Nexon EV Max. It boasts a sleek and modern design that's familiar to the Nexon family. The blue accents and the EV badging give a subtle hint to its electric nature. The closed off grille and sculpted lines not only enhance aerodynamics but also give it a futuristic appeal. The build is solid and the car doesn't feel flimsy at all, with the doors and bonnet feeling quite heavy. The sheet metal is thick and doesn't flex much when you try to push any panel with your thumb. Talking about the fit and finish, it has improved over time. Panel gaps are consistent all over the car. The Tata Nexon EV Max comes with 16-inch alloy wheels and two 1560 section tires. It has an unladen ground clearance of 190 mm. Talking about safety, you guys already know it's a Tata car, and this particular car also gets a 5-star rating safety. Stepping inside the Tata Nexon EV welcomes you with a spacious cabin. The quality of material used is impressive and the fit and finish are top notch. Now let's talk about performance. It is powered by a permanent magnet synchronous AC motor that puts out 141 bhp and 250 Nm of torque and has a 40.5 kWh battery pack. It offers different driving modes like sports and eco modes to suit your preferences, whether you are looking for a relaxed ride or a more spirited experience. Since the battery pack is placed ahead of the rear axle, the boot space is unaffected and remains identical to the regular Nexon's 350 liters. The boot is large enough to carry a family's weekend luggage. The 60-40 split rear seats can be folded down to increase cargo space. This is for the people who have range anxiety. Tata claims a range of 437 km with the new 40.5 kW battery pack. However, these numbers are very subjective and the real life range solely depends on how you drive the car. 250 to 300 km should be the doable. The Nexon EV Max gets the industry standard CCS2 charging port. A 7.2 kW home charger which can be installed at your home or office can charge the 40.5 kW battery pack from 0 to 100% in 6.5 hours approximately. Now, the main part, the driving part. Driving an EV is quite a unique experience. Push the engine start button with your foot on the brake pedal just like an automatic car and you will hear literally nothing. Although the car is alive now, there are 4 transmission modes to choose from: P, D, R and N. Turn the rotary dial to engage the D or the drive mode, lift your foot off the brake pedal and the car crawls forward. This thing is highly appreciated in heavy traffic conditions where you can drive with just the brake pedal. Driving in the city is a pleasant experience. The accelerator pedal's response is linear and not snappy, especially in the eco mode. I really appreciate how smooth the drive feels, without any jerks caused by the gear shifts or any engine sounds. It is an incredibly refined experience. There is no engine noise at all. The only sound coming is a faint whine from the electric motor at high revs. With no gear shifts and minimal mechanical parts, there are no jerks or vibrations. Slow the accelerator pedal and you'll be greeted with instant power. This is the beauty of powerful electric motors. The car is quick and has abundant torque right from the get-go. Tata claims a 0 to 100 km/h time of 9 seconds, which is I think faster than a Honda City. On the move, you'll not only be keeping up with the traffic but also overtaking other cars easily. Other road users will be surprised by the peep of this green number plate car. The Nexon EV Max straight line stability is very good and the car doesn't feel nervous even at high speeds. Undulations on the road and bumps do not affect its composure. The stiffer suspension and 50-50 weight distribution have endowed the car with good handling characteristics. Its center of gravity is low and the body roll is well contained. It gets an all-wheel disc brake setup. This provides excellent stopping power. Emergency braking situations are handled well and the car is brought to a halt from high speeds effectively. Besides, the car is equipped with ABS plus EBD corner stability control, disc brake wiping, hydraulic fading compensation, panic brake alert, and after impact braking.
Alone, 'cause it's a big pill to swallow, but you won't do it on your own. And if you wanna go, I'll follow. I won't let you go alone. I don't care what happens now, where we go, how far and how. If you wanna go, I'll follow.
It's important to note that preferences regarding vehicles can vary widely among individuals regardless of age. Some younger drivers like me might prefer manual traditional petrol cars for the sense of control and engagement they offer, while others might be intrigued by the technology and sustainability of EVs. As technology advances and EVs become more mainstream, they're designed to appeal to a broader audience, including those who appreciate performance, technology, and environmental benefits. Manufacturers are working to address concerns about range, charging infrastructure, and overall driving experience to make EVs more appealing to a wider range of consumers regardless of age. Ultimately, the choice between a manual, traditional, petrol or diesel car, and an EV depends on personal preferences, driving habits, and priorities. It's always a good idea to test drive different types of vehicles to see which one aligns best with your needs and preferences. So that's all for today. This is Revkid signing off. Thanks for watching.